is a power, a presence, one life of all, and no other power can exist outside of the infinite. One love, there can only be God's love. Oh yes, I know that I walk, oh yes, I walk in the love of God. There is a wisdom, a knowing, a loving, and a truth, and whatever you need to know will come in God's way for you. Just say, until it shows, I'll pray. I won't move until I know, oh, that I walk in the love of God. For the power and the glory and the love of God is everywhere. I can feel it, it's everywhere. I can see it, it's everywhere. And I know in my heart, yes, the power and the glory and the love of God, it's everywhere. Can you see it? It's everywhere. Can you feel it? It's everywhere. Won't you sing in your heart? Yes, I walk in the love of God. There is a wisdom, a knowing, a loving, and a truth, and whatever you need to know will come in God's way for you. Just say, until it shows, I'll pray. I won't move until I know, oh, that I walk in the love of God. For the power and the glory and the love of God, it's everywhere. I can feel it, I can see it, it's everywhere. And I know in my heart, yes, the power and the glory and the love of God, it's everywhere. Can you see it? Can you feel it? It's everywhere. Won't you sing in your heart? Yes, I walk in the love of God. There is a power, a presence, one life of all, and no other power can exist outside of this infinite. One love, there can only be God's love. Oh yes, I know that I walk. Oh yes, I walk in the love of God. Oh yes, I walk in the love of God.
Thank you, Christine S. Young. Christine's been here many times, and we always enjoy it when she's here. She's been doing New Thought music and writing songs for about 20 years now, and when we were talking before the service, I just want to say and invite you all with me to hold space for her because she has 4 children leaving in a period of like 2 years. One's launched, 3 to come very soon, so. Woo! Anyway, thank you so much, Christine, yes. Welcome to the love and the light that is unity of South Sound. My name is Barbara Baumel, and it's my joy to welcome you here this morning. If you have any questions, concerns, good news, please contact our office during business hours or visit our website at www.unityofsouthsound.org. And now at this time, I'd also invite you to put your cell phones on silence if you haven't already done that. And now we invite you to take this moment to relax, reconnect, and center in the truth of who we are. Please join me in affirming our opening affirmation. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe: God, goodness, omnipotence. Our mission statement: inspired by the divine, as an inclusive spiritual community, we explore and express our highest potential. Our vision statement: present and centered in divine love, we co-create a peaceful and awakened world. And our core values: we are love, joy, abundance, and spirit guided. And now Reverend Megan will lead us in an opening prayer.
And we light the light as a reminder of the light that we are. And bring our awareness into this moment, letting go of your activities of the morning, your plans for the afternoon, to just be present, breathing in the awareness that I am divine by nature. With every breath I take, it reminds me of the light that I am and the potential I have to express it. And so this morning, we hold that intention that I listen from within to know what is mine to do, who am I to be in this world, how am I impacting the ripple that sends out into the universe something that makes a difference just by my presence, being here in this moment now. So we hold this intention for our hearts as we have the courage to claim who we came here to be, and we send that awareness out into the universe, out into the world, for every being to awaken to that, to live with integrity and alignment and courage and joy. And we celebrate that. And so with an internal smile and a clap from within, we say, thank you, Spirit. I am grateful for this moment and my next breath. And so it is. Amen.
I invite you, if you're able, to stand and join us in our song with our song leaders, Candace Robeck and Annie Lane Ryan. Now is the time in our service when we get to greet each other with a namaste greeting. If you feel comfortable giving an elbow bump, that's great. And otherwise, I invite, if you don't feel comfortable, well, whatever. Hug, elbow bumps. Namaste, I behold the divinity in you. I didn't say that right.
What must they do? Command my life. It's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new. God needs us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you and hear all abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Thank you.
Hi. So today's inspirational reading is an amalgam of daily words and such. Awakening to one's divine purpose is a matter of discerning to what and when to say yes. Our emotions and our feelings provide powerful clues to choosing wisely. We are here to be conduits of light and love incarnate, to give expression to God's voice, wisdom, and goodness as such. God sees its creation through our eyes. In the midst of being pulled to the periphery of life's happenings, the drama and the details, I remember to listen to that still, small voice, to the intuitions and nudges and the call of spirit, that implicate order within me that pulls me into a centeredness, and whispers to me of love and light, my purpose, our purpose, and the love of God for all its creation, all my relations, and the arc of God's unfolding purpose in this story of humanity on earth. And from Proverbs 25, the purposes in the human mind are like deep water, but the intelligent will draw them out. And now Reverend Megan will lead us in a time of meditation.
So in preparation for our time of prayer and meditation, that journey within where we really connect with who we are, I invite you to join with me if you know it, and if not, just feel the energy of this song by Michael Gott, I Will Be. What will you be? Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand, my heart is here to serve. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. And so we feel that opening of our hearts. And I invite you to close your eyes as you're ready. So we begin to feel the vibration of our prayer bowl, opening our hearts to receive in this moment. Breathe it in. Feel the vibration, opening your heart. Notice where it touches you. Here I am, a vessel to be used. I open in this moment my heart, my mind, my entire being to whatever Spirit needs of me. I surrender courageously. I allow myself to be in this moment of willing to be, just to be. Whoever it is I came into this life experience to be. I stand here, ready to serve, allowing my heart to lead me. For what is within me is my joy that is being called to express itself in and through and as me in every moment, in every breath, and everything I think, say, and do. So again, I surrender in this moment, open and receptive to wherever love is leading me. And I'm willing to go there. I will be, I will go, I will be, I will go, I will be, I will go. In the silence of my heart, I listen for my joy. What does it look and feel like? Here I am, a vessel willing to be used. Whoever I came here to be is the light of joy waiting to be expressed. What will it be? Am I willing to go there? Allow yourself to say yes and take a step. As we open our eyes, we open our hearts, we come back in this open, receptive willingness to say, who am I and what's my next step? And so it is.
I've always put up my fences, held my defenses in front of me, not knowing my heart was imprisoned, till you gave me wisdom to find the key. I'm ready to begin. I'm open to love coming in when you move through me, when you move through me. You give me the confidence to take back my innocence through me. I not an illusion of doubt and fear. Not knowing that change won't come my way till I drove a highway free and clear from all of my regrets. I'm open to what's coming next when you move through me, when you move through me. You give me the confidence to take back my innocence through me. And I am tired of all of my excuses. I close my eyes, and the one thing I know that's true, there's nothing I can't do. When you move through me, when you move through me, you give me the confidence to take back my innocence. When you move through me, when you move through me, you give me the confidence to take back my innocence through me.
Thank you, Christina. I am moved. I'm just feeling so blessed to be here, to be a part of the spiritual community. And for all of you that are online, we feel your energy too. And if you're within driving distance, we would love to see you if you can be here. It's so nice just to feel the energy and the connection of each other. So did you know that life is like a ride at Disneyland? You know, you face the fear or the risk of the unknown and you do it anyway, and you just enjoy the ride. You know, you scream, it's like you feel the exhilaration, you enjoy it. And when we give life definition, it takes on a purpose that expands the experience into something empowering. Unity of South Sound has a purpose defined in our mission and vision and core value statements, and perhaps we can benefit from a deeper exploration of our purpose as a ministry, or why we exist as a spiritual community. Have you thought about that? You know, we just said it, but as a reminder, our mission is inspired by the divine as an inclusive spiritual community. We explore and express our highest potential. What does that look like? Have we really thought about that? Our vision, present and centered in divine love, we co-create a peaceful and awakened world. How are we doing that? How are we doing that? Our core values, we are love, joy, abundance, and spirit guided. What does that look like? How does that show up in our activities, in our personal expression, in our commitment to be who we came here to be? Do we know who we are and live it as the driving force within every being? To answer these questions, what is the purpose of my life? What is its meaning? Why am I here on earth? What am I supposed to be doing? Those questions probably have filtered through your mind at some point in time in life, maybe more than once. But maybe it's time to revisit them. So this is the basis of our lesson today. The exploration of our second spiritual law of prosperity based on the material from this powerful little book, The 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity, A Simple Guide to Abundance by Edwene Gaines. She says it how it is, and she demonstrates how she's used it and demonstrated how she's manifested abundance in her life, and she invites us to take on the practice as well. According to Edwene, to be prosperous, we must follow these 4 laws of prosperity as outlined in her book to truly live an abundant life. And we're taking it deeper on our Tuesday night online course, which you can still join. Go to the eBlast. All the information, the link to register and download the material is there. It's very rich, and it's wonderful to have the dynamic when we share it together. Last week, we looked at the first law, the prosperity law of forgiveness, which is our relationship practice. It's to clear our heart for greater flow so that we can prepare the way for abundance. Because otherwise, it doesn't have a way in. And one of the elements that she defines as what is prosperity is work that we love so much that it's not work, it's play, where we show up and express our divinity. That is expresses when we practice the law that we're looking at today, which is seek, discover, and follow your divine purpose. She defines it more fully as we must assign significance and meaning to our life, giving ourselves strength and endurance, and bringing joy to our existence on a daily basis. When we are aligned with our divine purpose, we bring a passion to all that we do. Are you feeling passion in all that you do? This is when we shine our light freely and joyfully, without reserve, without restriction. And so how do we practice this spiritual law of divine purpose? Well, it's a really big section. There's a lot to explore. And I have to tell you, I've been super challenged how not to just spend an hour talking about it. So we're going to do the best I can to digest the nitty-gritty here. According to Edwene, the law invites us into embracing the importance of commitment. How many of you are commitment phobe? You know, you really have to ask yourself, what are we asking ourselves to take a commitment? It means an agreement or a pledge to do something intentionally, or a state or quality of being dedicated to a cause, activity, or responsibility. And she said it's really important to note that if you're looking for a way out, it is not a commitment. If you're hoping there's a backdoor gateway, or you just say, I'll try it, that's not fully invested. That's not all in. So we're talking about all in. She said there is an extraordinary power in the spoken word. We've talked about this. She supports what we know in Unity New Thought teachings, that when we say something, it automatically takes on an enormous strength and power. As an example, in Genesis, when God's source vibrationally spoke the world into being, which we explored last fall in the Creative Life series, looking at the creation story, how we call into expression who we are. She said there's an extraordinary, on that we too speak into the world our existence. But do we notice it? Do we pay attention to what we're speaking into existence? We begin by bringing a commitment into existence, simply by speaking it, which is a form of dedication. I think dedication has more of a sacred essence to it, that I really am invested in this, and I am fully bringing my all into it, no matter what. She said a commitment verbalized automatically creates its own support team. Once you say a commitment out loud, which is using your throat chakra, which is adding that intention, it's not holding it in secret. It's like, well, I have this commitment, but I'm not going to tell anybody because then they might be watching to see if I'm making it happen, right? No, I speak it out loud because I'm fully vested with faith and conviction. And so you immediately then draw to you those people, ideas, circumstances, and the synchronicity of events when you say, this is my heart's desire. This is what I'm committed to. And so what the universe says back to you is, oh yes, I'm here to help you with that commitment. And these things are going to show up for you. You draw your team to you. And I realize that I've had many prosperity experiences in my life, and every time we have something that really manifests, it gives us that, I think, a deeper faith and conviction that this is a powerful tool that I have, but maybe I'm afraid of it, so I'm going to hold back for a while. But I've had many opportunities to demonstrate. And one of the ones that was probably one of the more powerful ones for me was back in the spring of 2005 when I was preparing to go to Unity Village to begin my 2-year ministerial education program in residence. And as I embarked my journey, I was fully invested in faith because I didn't know what I was walking into. But I was answering a call. There was something in me that said, this is yours to do. You must say yes to it. And the money that I thought I would have to pay for half of my tuition for the first year of education had not yet manifested. It hadn't developed as I expected. But I just went anyway. And I thought, well, how can I go if I don't have the funds? Should I cancel? Should I step back? Should I just go and do something else? But it's like, no, you must go. So I accepted the situation, that it wasn't as I expected, excuse me, and I affirmed that as one door closes, another opens. There is a way that I have not yet realized. And so I didn't panic. I just continued to prepare and moved as I planned. And when I arrived, I knew that there was a feeling that said that Source within would not say yes just to close the door once I got there. And it wouldn't take it away from me. And so I really surrendered and said, this is an opportunity for me to practice what I'm supposed to be learning to teach, right? So I was very calm. I was at peace that my good was on my way. When I arrived, I made an appointment to go in to see my school advisor, and I said, so I'm here to apply for the scholarship funds that I was told would be available. I have this letter here that said, that you could apply, and so I was counting on that. And she goes, oh, well, that's only for second-year students. And I thought, okay. Well, maybe what I'm hearing isn't necessarily the truth. And so I said, yeah, but I have this letter, and I was told that I could count on it. And she said, well, go ahead and process the paperwork. We'll turn it into the committee and see what happens. But she was very not like, this is going to happen. But I'm like, no, I really believe that there is something opening up for me. And I stayed in that open, receptive, peaceful place. And 2 weeks later, I received a letter that said, you have been awarded $5,000 in scholarship that was specially made from a donor directly to you in support of you. And it was enough to cover the balance of the tuition that I needed to get through the first year. And the second year I was able to apply for scholarship funds. And it was a lesson for me to just know that the blessings of the universe can come in unexpected ways and to not give up on the process. I was overwhelmed with the abundance. As a matter of fact, I found out later that it was donated from Phil and Dorothy Pearson, who have been amazing co-creators in the manifestation of the Unity movement. And when I told my minister mentor, Karen Lindvig in Seattle, she said, oh my God, that's like Charles and Myrtle blessed you. So I felt doubly blessed. But it was like it opened the door and said, this is mine to do. And so Edwene says that when we're making a commitment, it's like stepping out without a net. That we're stepping out in faith to believe without proof or the evidence of what's to happen. That we know that if I follow this, that vibrationally I'm opening the door for my team to arrive. And she said also that we also have to learn how to serve. That making a commitment is being willing to do whatever it takes to create opportunity without expectation, which is a way to grow and evolve. And so what I had done before I went to seminary is my learning church was at Seattle Unity Church. I was willing to serve in every opportunity that was offered to me in ministry, not knowing that I was developing my foundation to serve as a minister as my divine purpose unfolded. And even when I didn't know how to do it, or I thought, couldn't there be somebody else better equipped to do this? I just said yes. And I realized there was a joy in being of service. And as I said yes and I evolved, the ministers had confidence in my dedication and my commitment, and then gave me higher responsibility. And eventually, I became a licensed teacher, and they were inviting me to guest speak in different places. But it wasn't part of my initial plan. The team showed up and gave me larger and larger arenas to express myself. And so finding your divine purpose then is answering those questions that I said at the beginning of this message. What is the purpose of my life? What is its meaning? Why am I here on earth? And what am I supposed to be doing? The same questions that our leadership team is exploring for Unity of South Sound. Our who and our why of existence, and creating a foundation from which we will be inviting each of you to participate from a place of clarity and commitment, to be ready to show up. So be ready. Being of service is an opportunity for you to participate in your purpose, but also to grow and develop and be part of the purpose of our spiritual community, of how we are evolving. And know that we're holding a vision of which you can also get on the e-blast, that I have created a vision that you can listen to hold a vision of how we're unfolding and how we are manifesting who we are, just to live it into existence. And so every one of us has some special gift, interest, talent, some special way of impacting the world so it becomes a better place for everyone. The inner calling of our soul that shows up with passion. That's when we know where we're living our purpose, when we feel passion for what we're doing. It's asking yourself, am I willing to define, embrace, and hold fast to my divine purpose? Prayerfully, persistently, patiently. Are you? And if you hear a yes, then know the impossible truly can be possible. Breathe that in. The impossible can truly be possible. And it's important to note that finding and following our divine purpose is different than setting goals, which we will explore in 2 weeks to take that next step. And I'm really excited because our YOU team is going to be presenting that lesson, and they have some really interesting takes on it. But a goal is a tangible desire with an end result. But your divine purpose is really a way of life for a lifetime. It's an important distinction. It's not something you just do and then that's it. So how do I want to show up in this existence is really the question. An example of the difference would be, a goal might be to learn to paint with watercolors. But a divine purpose might be to bring joy to people's lives through art. You see the difference. It can evolve in many different ways, but there's a passion that is held there. Edwin suggests if we really want to realize our potential in this lifetime, the first thing we must do is to look out upon the world and notice all the things that may need healing, fixing, or transforming. There's a lot to choose from. And it can be overwhelming, and all of those things can be broken down into small little elements. But she said the task then is looking after we look carefully out at the world, to consciously pick out one thing that we feel needs transforming, something that would be fun for us to get involved in repairing, shifting, restructuring, fixing, or perfecting. Note the requirement of fun, as in passionate for. We can't help ourselves doing it, and we get excited about it. So this is not about martyrdom. It is not about great personal sacrifice. It is about focus, joy, and a sense of purposeful, possible achievement. It's a theme for our existence that becomes a calling, thus a purpose. Something perhaps that you may find fulfilling through service in this ministry. You all have skills and gifts that could be useful as we co-create a thriving ministry and assisting us in making a greater impact in the world around us. So let me know. I'd be happy to work with you to find a way. And so she said that next, once we kind of define something that really I have passion for, is to take that bold step and make 100% commitment to shifting or transforming the problem or situation that we've identified, followed by devoting our energies, our time, our talents, our skills, and our money in transforming that one piece of the earthly puzzle that's ours to do. I found mine in ministry. I think ultimately it was in teaching from a spiritual perspective, that it's about serving, to teach, to inspire, to empower spiritual seekers through spiritual educational practices that support personal development, healing, and transformation that results then in living life with dedication, meaning, and purpose. Because I know it's possible. And it's important to note that we won't ever really solve the whole problem. It's that you are working toward the solution with dedication and persistence and commitment. We may never know of whatever it is that we feel is our purpose, that there's an end result. That's not our goal. So there's some questions that I thought I would bring to your mind that I think are really relevant, that she talks about in this chapter, that she suggests that we look at that will help us clarify what our purpose is if we're in a conundrum about that. And so you can ask yourself, what's one issue that seems most important to me? Something that really gets my attention. What would be the perfect solution to that challenge? A solution, not all of them. Something that could make a difference. Can I visualize it and see it clearly in my mind's eye? Which is why we want to create vision statements and have a visioning. It's like begin to imagine the possibilities so that I can feel it within me. Can I write a description of what it would look like if the transformative work were complete and perfect? So I have something that I'm moving toward. See, that's why we do this in ministry. To create something that is the foundation of who we are, that we're moving forward. What do I need to know, have, be in order to begin it? Is there something that I need to gather that I don't have? Or maybe it's time to go back to school or read books or study with the experts and to learn the realities of the problems from those who have gone before me. Is it time to do the research, the investigation, the questioning? As a leadership team, the board and I are doing that. We're working with Unity Worldwide Ministries and their new material for the Power of Focus ministry and getting clear with who we are and why we exist and what are the simple areas that we want to focus in on so that we can thrive as a ministry. We're doing the work so that we know what we can bring to you to invite you into the process. And then it's like, what is my first step? And how soon am I going to take it? We can think about things forever. But we have to manifest, like, what is one thing in the direction so I'm bringing that energy, I'm moving it, calling it to me, and then I'm setting it in motion. Let's not wait till next year. How about today? Am I willing to do what it takes? Only you can answer that. Am I willing to be all in, no matter what, even when I'm challenged, even when I'm in uncharted territory? Most especially then, am I willing? And will I commit to stay the course, working in integrity, standing alone in my mission if necessary? I have to tell you, sometimes it feels that I'm by myself in ministry. And every time I think about, oh, this is too much, I realize there's a passion for me to stay the course. And I'm inviting you to be there with me. Ultimately, those questions answer, what did you or we come to earth to do? Whatever it is, it's time to start doing it or taking it to the next level of demonstration and commitment. To become a finder instead of a seeker. It's a shift in focus. There's a difference. Let's be finders. She reminds us of the concept, joy is my compass. When we follow joy at each step, there will be a growing process where we will be given the chance to play in larger and larger areas or arenas, our unexplored territories. Because to evolve, we must step out into greater territories. So what is it for you? What is it for Unity of South Sound? And every time we stretch ourselves, Edwene reminds us that we will get stronger and wiser and more courageous. And maybe you've noticed that for yourself already. When you look in hindsight, where you were compared to where you are now. But she said, note, divine purpose is a process for our lifetime. Remember, it's not an end result. If you're following your divine purpose, then what you are each doing is what brings you joy. For joy is the magnet that draws in more joy. As Pierre Thiers d'Archardin said, joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God. When I'm in joy, I am expressing my divinity. Do you reveal joy in all that you do? It exists within living our divine purpose. She also reminds us that sometimes it's about making it up as we go. That we don't have to have it all figured out, especially we don't, because that will hold us back, that will prevent us from taking the next step, right? There is no supposed to in how we live, no single way to live your life. Instead, it's all about choices. This is not new news. Unlimited opportunities are choices based on your soul's yearning and your soul's natural desire to grow, to learn, to unfold, to become the person that you came here to be. Edwene shared that she has a friend that said she has an MSU degree. Did you know we all were given an MSU degree at birth? And you could put that at the end of your name? You know what that is? Make stuff up. We all have a degree in make stuff up because we get to create it as we go. Your life means what you say it means. What have you been saying? What have you been saying? So the easiest way really to get to purpose is really to simply ask this. What would be the most fun thing I could do with my life? And that is your purpose. Yay, problem solved, right? So what would that be? It's about demonstrating our divinity and whatever our soul is called to express, because that's our authentic self. And also it's important to be living with integrity. Part of a new plan to live in alignment with your divine purpose is to start living in a new alignment of integrity, which means living in wholeness, oneness, completeness, which is not consistently easy. We have to keep bringing ourselves back. And so she said, living with integrity really is, I am living with integrity when the outside of my life matches that which I profess to believe. Our interior foundation. What's your interior foundation built on? It defines your divine purpose. So it says, this is how I choose to walk through life. Now visualize what that looks like and call it out as you go. Remember doing the work with Reverend Gary Simmons? Defining who you came here to be. Many of you probably went through that process. If you didn't, then we maybe readdress that again. But it's, are you living as who you are called to be daily in all that you choose to be? Living abundantly automatically becomes a way of living when we practice the law of divine purpose intentionally. So in closing, I just want to share a piece from Edwene that she invites us to realize. Let your light shine so brightly before men and women that they see God in you. Seeing God in you, They will know then that God is in themselves. Let your light shine. Let it. You don't have to make it shine. You only have to let it shine. You do that by being who you really are with no act and no pretense. It's about experiencing joy, achieving your greatest possibilities, and being all that your divine Father, Mother expression brought you here to be. Will you do that for yourself? To remember it's not what we do with our life, it's how we do it, it's how we live it. And that's claiming our prosperity in the process. So I want you to affirm this with me. I accept my prosperity. I accept my prosperity. I am prosperous in every area of my life. I am prosperous in every area of my life as I live my divine purpose. As I live my divine purpose. Celebrate that, and blessed be. Oops.
Thank you, Reverend Megan. Good. I must admit, I feel a little mischievous with the make stuff up. But I appreciate the message on a more serious note, because it's like, I think we're so goal-oriented in our culture that it's like it's the purpose that underlays all of that. So, wonderful message. So welcome to all of our newcomers and live streamers. We want to thank the many of you who may be joining us here for the first time or online. And we say thank you for sharing your consciousness and your love with us. Also, we have a welcome packet if you're here in the sanctuary. And we encourage you to sign our guest book if you're here for the first time. If it's your second time or your third, welcome back. And if you've been with us a long time now, welcome home. And to all of our friends, we want to share this unity blessing. So to our newcomers and live streamers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity that you are. At this time, we would like to invite our ushers forward to prepare for our love offering and invite Christine S. to come forward for her next song. This is the time in our service when we get a chance to share of our prosperity and financial blessings with this community. There are many ways to do this. You can give through our Facebook page by clicking on the donation button in the top right. It is easy and secure. You can call our office during business hours. You can email it to us. Or if you're here in person, we have envelopes on the back of the pews, and you can slip that into the offering plate as it's passed down your row. But whatever way you make, or we make our tithes, we invite you to hold these gifts in this moment in your hands, your hearts, and we affirm this together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am in perfect balance and flow with the universal tides of giving and receiving. We are truly blessed. Amen.
I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in my eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never cared much for afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark that's a 4-alarm fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine, but now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. To ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark. That's a 4-alarm fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine, but now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. I'm beginning to see the light. I'm beginning to see the light.
Seeing the light, I love it. Thank you, Christine S. Young, and our band, Cerny and Dave, as always. Yeah. Have a few announcements. So to highlight for you this morning, and we'd like you to know that you can keep up to date on all of our Sunday services and events by subscribing to our weekly newsletter, the E-Blast. You can go to our homepage and click on the newsletter sign up button, then fill out your contact information. It'll be safe. We don't share it, and it just goes to you. So this is Chaplain Sunday, and we have a prayer chaplain today. It's Julie Webb. Julie Webb's here. She'll be at the vestibule. If you have a prayer, here she is. If you have a prayer on your heart, please visit the vestibule off to my left. If the door is closed, please wait for the chaplain to open it so that we can maintain the privacy of those praying. We also request that you wear a mask in the vestibule, and masks are provided. We have a Mother's Day celebration coming up. Invite your mother, your grandmother, your daughter, or a special person in your life to our Mother's Day celebration next Sunday, May 14th. We have a special service planned to honor the nurturing spirit within all beings. We can't wait to celebrate with you. And regarding our men's group, our Unity Men's Group meets on the third Saturday of each month from 10 to 11:30 over Zoom. However, next month, actually this month, a little typo here, but anyway, this month it's going to be in person at Al Hove's house on May 20th at 11:30 a.m. All men are invited to join for a potluck and a possible bonfire, assuming good weather. Let's put that out there, hold space for that. Al will be hosting the group, and this promises to be a fun time regardless of the weather. So he lives in Gig Harbor and requests that you confirm by email your interest at ahove@fundraising@gmail.com, and Al will reply to your email with directions and further details. So on the 21st, the youth will be taking over our Sunday service. They will be leading everything from the opening affirmations to the congregational songs to the announcements. And this service promises to be loads of fun. Please plan to be here to support our youth and the future of our church. So on hospitality, we are transitioning back to our normal hospitality practice after church on Sunday mornings. As part of that, we encourage you to bring snacks to contribute. We suggest fruits, nuts, juices, and other snacks of your choice. We look forward to enjoying our time of connection with you after the service on Sunday. And now let's welcome in our children.
Woohoo! All right. I don't know if I'm on, but I'll try to be as loud as possible. So today in our class with our little kids, we talked about divine purpose and who they are as unstoppable humans. We read the book Unstoppable Me by Wayne Dyer. It's a really great kids book. Anyways, and then in our unit teams, they also talked about divine purpose, right? And they did a fun project there. And then with our YOU, they worked on their service. So our YOU will be giving the service on May 21st. We will also be honoring our graduates. We have 3 seniors that are graduating and aging out of YOU, actually, which is sad. But they're going on into their lives, into college, and so they're graduating from high school and graduating from YOU. And so we will be honoring them, as well as the youth program. All of us will be putting on the service that week. So I hope you turn out for it. It will be very fun. Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, I'll add. So at the camp, Sam was actually voted in as the Northwest Regional Officer, one of 2. So one of the caveats of that is he doesn't actually have to age out of the program. He gets to stay an extra year, and he's going to be working with Zeno Madden, who's up in the Linwood chapter, to create 3 separate camp experiences for the YOU over the next year, starting in fall. So they kind of do a introduction ceremony in July. So anyways, fun times.
Yeah, this is really very exciting that our YOU chapter has a regional representatives. There's 2 chosen every year from all the YOU chapters all over our region. And this year we have Sam, so very exciting.
Okay, now let's...
Oh, who's graduating? You want to know who's graduating? I think I'd do that. Sam Hagen, Gabby Lazarga, and Maya Story.
All right. Now let's bless these God lights. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity you are. Parents, if you have children, young children up here, please come on up and take their hands. Everyone else, we invite you to stand if you're able and hold your hands high as we sing the peace song, sending peace out to the entire world.
With
And our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love. The power of God protects us. I am the power. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever God is, I am. And all is well. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next Sunday, same time, same place. Blessings.